Hi everyone, it's Lori B, Grungy Girl Journals. I wanted to show you Cammy. This is Cammy. She's a pretty big journal that I finished, and it is going off to the new owner today. So I wanted to do a quick flip through. You know how when I say that word, it never ends up quick, but I'm going to really try to do this one quickly. I love this journal. I used my favorite jeans that I cut up. I used it on a previous book, and I still have a lot left. So that is the base for my book, and that was kind of the jumping off point of the rest of it. It does have a skirt. Oh, that's the back. It does have a skirt, and this was really labor intensive. It's all hand sewn. It is, the base is a vintage child's, what do you call them? Christening dress. And it was a really, really old one. And I have tea stained it and used some gross grain ribbon for the closure. And there are just layers and layers and layers of antique as well as vintage laces. It goes on and on and on. Of course, you get to the bottom and you can see where the hand stitching is. And this took a while. I've got some cloth covered buttons, which I just fell in love with, and a couple of my sweet friends sent me some. So I was able to use those. And there is just nothing I could say about this skirt that would do it any justice. I'm not bragging, but it's got a lot of work in it. This was a 1800s blouse, just a little piece of it, and it was in pretty bad shape. Very, very delicate. I think it'll do fine on the skirt, but I don't think I would ever use it on an actual journal cover where it was thrown around a lot. So just a lot of layers, doilies. This, I believe, was a cuff. I got it on eBay and it said it was an Edwardian cuff. So that's pretty old. And a lot of my laces, I have got to say this. I'm not sure how many I used on this particular piece because I really had to use, some pretty good size pieces to fill up the space. Here's a hanky. But this right here, I love this stuff. I think it's called lace ribbon or lace tape, something like that. But it's just, I think it's linen. Love it. I don't, so what I'm getting at is lavish laces on Etsy. Jazilla was wonderful enough to send me some laces that I've been using ever since she sent them. She has beautiful vintage laces in her shop, and probably I'm not going to say probably, but maybe if I mention the pieces that I got from her shop, they may already be gone because it has been a while since I received those laces from her. And it's one of my favorite shops. I'm going to be probably placing an order pretty soon. It's Lavish Laces on Etsy. And Jazilla, if you're watching, hello. So that is the skirt. Just lost my words there. That is the skirt. And I will put that on after I show this. And this is a blank journal. This is not your stuffed with ephemera journal. I've really gotten into making blank journals lately because I like to show the papers that I aged, and I want people to write on them. I mean, that just fascinates me, that I would love to see one of my journals written in completely. That's just, that would be so exciting for me. And so this is a blank journal. I believe these signatures, it's been a while since I made this one, so I might be saying I think a lot. But I believe I did the signatures in digitals. So we'll see when I open it up. But I wanted to show you the outside. This is another Edwardian cuff, which I adore this one. I think I have one other one. I broke down and I used so many of my favorite, look at that one, so many of my favorite buttons. It's just some seam binding and a little piece of a doily and some beautiful French lace from a dress. And these came off of just a vintage piece of lace. And then I did something a little different. Instead of taking the tag from the top, you can do it from the bottom. And I've used this image before. I love it. She's so sweet. She's got her roses and she's getting a good whiff. And I used that same lace tape around the edges, and I just finished it off with some canvas. And this is a piece of a napkin, vintage napkin. And this is printed on Lokta paper, I believe it's called. I got it on Amazon. I think it's Lokta, Lokta. And it's just a natural paper, very pretty, kind of fibrous. So you're not going to get a very crisp image when you print on it, but that's what I like about it. And I just dressed it up a bit. So that's the tag, and that just slips right back up into there. And the back is a piece of I believe it was, what was this? It was probably a table runner or maybe even a tablecloth, not sure. But these were like medallions that I just cut down, and I love this button. Love this button. Buy a little button. Did some stitching. I don't know why I had to do 3 rows. I tried to just do one, and that's like, okay, I'm just going to do one more. And then I do one more, and it's like, well, I got to do 3 now. So I do 3. And I think I've done up to 5 before, but I try to limit myself to the 3. That just makes me happy. And that is where the closure is. And I have a little, kind of comes out on this side in a bow. So let's open her up. And there's Swiss dot netting. I think I forgot to mention that. Did I forget anything else? I don't think so. Not pretty. Okay, here we go. All right. So there's a pocket in the front, and it's kind of a, like an organic pocket. I didn't want to lose any of that lace, so I just kind of left it the way it was torn. And then this right here, this embroidered piece of fabric, that was from a really big sample piece that I got from somebody. I purchased it. And at first I did not want to cover it up. Did not want to cover that up. And then I came up with the solution with the lace, because you can see through it and you're not really losing the fabric, and you can look at it if you want like that. But there's several layers in here, and honestly, when I make journals, I don't think I ever make them the same way. Some of them have the file folder in between to make them a little more sturdy. This one doesn't feel like it does. I probably just used several layers of canvas fabric, like drop cloth. And it's all hand stitched. And I just layered it until it had a nice, a nice feel to it. The signatures are a hidden spine. And there's how many there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. In there. Don't you love this? I did a tag for a very special friend of mine, and it turned out beautifully. It is on my Facebook. I think in the year 2024, I'm going to be a lot better at, well, I can't even say a lot better at, because I won't be very good at it, but I'm going to be better at trying to do them. And that is tutorials or how-tos or process. I get a lot of questions about how I do something, and I just kind of blank out because I don't really remember how I did it. I just throw a bunch of stuff in front of me and I play with it. And I've said this so many times, I play with it until I'm happy with it. And that's what I did with that dress tag. And you've got to see it. I've already sent it on, and I did not do a video on it, but I'm going to try is the word. I'm going to try to do a tutorial on that dress tag. It just came out beautifully. And I used this as the base. And this is a digital, I don't remember who this is from. I came across it one day, that the kit, it's not really a kit, it's just pictures of dresses. Well, I guess that would be a kit. But I just fell in love with it because I love old dresses, and this one is a denim one, and the lace, and it just had me at it, love at first sight. So I wanted that to be the first image in this journal, and I really, really distress these a lot. These are pockets in the beginning. These are all tea stained, and they are heavily distressed because I wanted this book to look like it had been around a long time, but I did not want to use a lot of distress ink. So the way that I was able to do that is to just bend it and fold it, and I do have a process video on that, how I age my papers. It takes a long time, but in the end, it's really, really worth it. And I think I gave away pretty much all my secrets. I think I might have a couple more now to my library. So maybe in 2024, I will do another aging video of my new secrets. So we'll see how that goes. So this every signature cover is a pocket. And on the back, I used just some beautiful background papers, like wallpapery looking papers that I got. I'll put all of the digital Etsy shops in the down there, right? Down there. You click on more, and then it'll give you the information on where I got this stuff. And this is a copy of a book page that I got out of a cute little book, and it says, "The friends at whom desire I have made it, I dedicate this little book." And at first I was going to put them in all my books, but then I decided to do it like randomly because I thought that would get a little old. So it's really, really cute, and I just made a copy of it. And another thing about these signatures is every signature is pretty much the same. I used the same format, or the same, like what you see in signature 1, you're going to see in signature 2 with the papers. Like this is in the second signature, it's in all the signatures. And then you get paper that looks like this. And then you get this paper. So it's kind of uniform throughout the book. And this was dyed with, these are all tea stained, and this is dyed with, let me see if I can say this right, butterfly pea tea. It's like a tea that I got at Amazon, and it comes out this beautiful blue. And the more you soak it, the bluer it gets, or it's like a light kind of purple blue if you don't soak too long. So that is that beautiful paper. And this is an old okay, I can say this, stenographer's pad that a friend gave to me. And it was her dad's, and he passed, and I was like, can I please have that paper? And she was glad to. Just another piece of paper, and this might have a little bit of Tim Holtz distressed ink on it. I did this a couple years ago, so I can't really remember, but you know, this is one that was soaked for quite a long time. And then this is it's onion skin, and it's got the numbers down there. So there's that and that. So everything you see here, you're going to see in, here's the middle of the signature, and these are hidden. I tied the bows on the inside of the spine, and it just goes on. And then here's the back of the signature, and then here's number 2. So instead of flipping through every single signature, I'm just going to show you the signature covers, because they really are. They're pretty much the same. You know, the staining's going to be a little bit different because they all turn out differently, but here's a skirt. I just love it. It is a pocket. And then you have the repeat. Here's the wallpapery looking. And some of these pages are funny. I hope I come across them pretty quickly, because they get me every time. But there's your onion skin. Here's number 3. Just beautiful. And they're like slips, like slip dresses. And I'll go ahead and flip through that. Here's a skirt. Isn't this blue pretty? It's just the prettiest blue. This just is like a 50s dress to me. I mean, you could almost get married in it. Pretty daisies. I'm so happy to be using up all these papers, and I hope you can see what I mean by actually showing the paper instead of putting a lot of ephemera in them. It just shows off the paper more. You pay more attention to the textures and the the feel and how the papers look, and they're all different. And that's really why I wanted to do some blank paper, blank journals. Oops, gotta glue that back down. It's another skirt. I'm not coming across those papers I wanted to show you. There's another denim dress. Nope. It's a skirt. There's another one. So you get the picture. That was the last one. I didn't come across those. Maybe they aren't in this book. I don't really remember. But here is the back pocket. Not quite as big as the one in the front. With my signature card. And that is it. I kept it under 20 minutes or right thereabouts. So, I said I was going to put the skirt on. So this goes back up like that. And I usually just kind of tuck it up under there. And then, sorry if it's noisy. It's got some buttons on there. Got this really cute trim at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. So I just line it up and wrap it around. And give it a couple of these. Finger's not working. I can do it, I can do it. Not my best bow, but you get the point. So there it is. And like I said, she's traveling today. I love her so much. I'm really, really proud of her. And I really hope that the new mama likes it. So that is it. I'm at 21 minutes, so I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.